The death of Australian spin seems to have dropped off in the last decade. Why is that? That's what we're talking about on Hoggs Vlog. Well, the death of Australian spin has certainly dropped off. And why is it? Well, the first reason is the template that has been set. We had the greats of Shane Warne and Stuart MacGill, two spinners that had the best wrists in the business. I haven't seen another spinner that has applied as many revolutions on the ball as these two. They just turn the ball square at will. They beat the outside edge of right-handers more consistently than any spinner I have seen. So the expectations of the youngsters coming through are too high. We see someone with a little bit of talent like James Muirhead. He plays a handful of T20 games and all of a sudden we push him into the international scene rather than let him bowl out first class level in the longer format over a couple of years to build his skills. We've got Mitchell Swepson that's also been pushed in the international scene very quickly on a couple of tours. He was in Bangladesh a couple of years ago. They had an injury and they were thinking of playing two spinners. And what do? They flew Stephen O'Keefe over from Australia and played him in front of Mitchell Swepson. Why take him there? He's not learning bowling in the nets. He learns out in the middle. Let him play for Queensland at first class level and develop. So let's not get overexcited with the youngsters coming through. Let's not expect them to be a Shane Warne and Stuart MacGill. Let's look at their strengths and weaknesses and work on that. Then we go to the pitches around Australia. That influences the teams that are selected in first class level. If they see a pitch that doesn't look as though it's going to be conducive to spin or assist any spinner, they go straight to the fast bowling department and bowl the extra pace bowler. Now, state teams out there, coaches out there, selectors out there, let's look out Optus Stadium, the quickest and bounciest wicket going around in world cricket, conducive to pace bowling. So they say. Nathan Lyon has got a 3-for, a 5-for against India, then a 4-for and a 2-for against New Zealand on that wicket. The leading wicket taker on Optus Stadium in Test cricket is a spinner. Back your spinners. Okay, then we go into the coaching staff. Talk about backing the spinners. Spin coaches are more part-time, predominantly part-time staff in the coaching realm. They pay big bucks for the fast bowling coaches and big bucks for the batting coaches. Where are the proper spin coaches? Then we go to the grassroots cricket. We don't spend enough time on helping those coaches that are volunteers and give them a bit more knowledge on how to bowl spin and how to set fields for spinners out on the middle. Go through different scenarios. And that's the same with captains in grassroots cricket as well. We don't spend enough time educating the people that make the decisions for the spinners out in the middle and in team selections. We don't educate them enough. So, for the remedy of Australian cricket to improve in their spin department, they've got to get down to grassroots. They've got to get coaches in grassroots cricket that can go and spread the message. And any talented spinner that's coming through, get those coaches to spend some time with them to develop them. And don't just talk about technique, talk about the match scenarios. Get them in match scenarios fields so that they are starting to educate themselves, and get the captains of those teams and coaches down those teams to see what you're doing with the spinner and to see what tactics you're providing that spinner. We've got a lot of work to do here in Australia, okay? If you want to win games, it's spin to win. Let's not neglect it. If you like what I'm doing, what about bowl a little googly down on that button there, and that will give you a notification of when the next video is coming out. Hey, stay safe. I've got some coaching videos coming out, but you'll have to subscribe a little differently onto that because it's only going to be for the special few that are willing to pay for that little program, okay? Now stay safe, okay? Enjoy your cricket. West Indies are playing England in a couple of weeks' time. I'm looking forward to that.